I'll get out of here.
All right. And action.
Did you say action?
Action. Let's do this thing. Is that better?
Yeah, you should just keep that. Don't cut that out.
All right.
Welcome to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, your guide in the race to financial freedom through real estate investing and sound financial practices. This podcast is for anyone interested in learning more about real estate investing, personal finances, and a new take on traditional retirement. Now, here are your hosts, Larry Fierro and Mike Moe.
Welcome to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, your guide on the race to financial freedom through real estate investing and sound financial practices. Mr. Fierro, what's up, dude?
Right now, dude, we're getting this done, man. We're making it happen. We're rocking and rolling. How about you?
Dude, I mean, we're launching this on a Monday morning, but right now, obviously, we don't record this at 12 a.m. on a Monday morning. It's a beautiful Saturday spring day here in Minnesota. It's about 70 degrees. Had the water balloons already out with the kids. I'm pumped that it's summer, man.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. I'm already looking at my camper, wanting to go back out on it. We bought that new camper last year, as you remember from the beginning of the podcast. And,
you didn't buy a camper, Mr. Figueroa.
My tenants bought me a camper, those generous folks that they are. They bought me a camper. We got 2 camping trips in, and I had to pack it up.
Nice.
And then, we're in the quarantine situation, and you can be quarantined, in my opinion, out in the middle of the woods. So that's what I'm trying to get my wife to do.
Yes. All right, man. Let's get to it. We're here for the Monday Morning Motivation, where we follow up on our previous episode's call to action. We hit you with a little motivation to start your Monday morning off right. And then we tee up the episode that we got launched later this week. And we do it all in hopefully under 10 minutes. A nice short and sweet succinct message for you to start your Monday morning off right. So, dude, what do we got? Last call to action was your favorite episode.
Credit repair, man. Credit repair. So we did the call to action to actually go to annualcreditreport.com or Credit Karma or whatever website you like to use to find out what your credit report looks like. Pull that credit report, start going through it with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. I think the first step is just getting out there and going either one of those websites. I like Credit Karma now. After that, you've sold me on that, and I've used it and how easy it is to use and how they explain everything in really easy to understand terms and how where it makes sense. So yeah, Credit Karma is fantastic. Get on there. Sign up. Super, super easy. We covered this on the last episode, but it is so darn easy to do this that if you're not doing it, you're choosing to be ignorant about your credit score, which is not going to help you any means down the road.
Yeah, if you're looking to develop financial independence through real estate investing, you have to get the credit score figured out. Get your financial house in order, and you can't just jump right to I'm retired. You have to start step-by-step process. You have to learn how to do it. You have to network. You have to do your financial house. It's all these things that it's a basic plan that people have before you have gone down the road to success and have proven that it works. Now you just have to take their path and implement it for yourself.
Yeah, success leaves clues, man. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. And I'll do you one further. Not just to, if you want to, achieve financial freedom through real estate investing. If you want to achieve financial freedom at all, you need to have a good handle on your credit score. You don't need to make it the focus of your efforts, but you do need to at least have an idea where you're at and what's impacting you.
Yeah, and I like that little preview you had there.
What's that?
Not necessarily real estate.
Yeah, anything, right?
Absolutely.
So, all right.
So, motivation today. What do we got?
We're talking a little bit about finding a deeper why. So we all know that we need a why for when we're doing things, right? If you're gonna forge down this path that is a little bit unique with the financial independence, you need to understand why you're doing it, right? And if you start with a really shallow why, such as, well, I just want money, or I just want more time, I just want, I want a bigger house, or what, if you start with a shallow why, something of those sorts, not to say like that's not a side effect of your goals, but it's going to be really tough to use that to push through some of these really difficult things that you got to do to achieve those goals, right? So we want to talk about getting a deeper why, like go down a layer or 2 or 3 or 4 layers deeper on really, really what you're doing this for. So when you do run into those more difficult times, because let's be honest, dude, this path is not one. There's a reason why not everybody does this path or goes down this road, because it's not super easy. But obviously, when you reach there, when you get the financial independence, it's going to be well worth it. So you need to be able to anchor in a very, very deep why.
Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed is if your only why is to the accumulation of wealth or the accumulation of money, that may have an effect on your moral compass. If that's your only goal, you see two different paths. One's the right thing to do, and one is the profitable thing to do. And if money is your only motivation, there's a chance you're going to go down the profitable path versus the right path. And that's where you see some of these corporations, they get dinged for polluting and doing things like that, shady stuff that can damage the environment. So you have to have that deeper why to help people figure out what you want to do, how you're going to help the most amount of people. And if you get that figured out and you start helping people, like you and I with the podcast, we're trying to help as many people as we can improve their knowledge of investing and finances and all that. And the money will eventually start coming. It's a side effect of doing the right thing and helping the most amount of people. Provide what they need, and they'll provide what you need.
Yeah, but money's typically not the goal. It's a vehicle to achieve your goals, right? Usually, if you take it a step deeper on as far as what most people's goals are, sometimes it's typically around like the relationships and the connections with family and being able to spend more time doing what you want, when you want, with who you want to do it. And money is not the goal; it's just the tool to allow you to do that. So, yeah, just take it down a level deeper, so you can anchor in that. And to your point, you can anchor in that. When I have a decision and it's between the money or what's right, you can anchor in that and make the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do this. You just got to know what your bigger why is and try and help those people, man. Get them taken care of. Take care of society and give back.
I love it. All right, man. Next episode coming up this Thursday. We are talking investing basics, and it's not even real estate. We talked a lot about real estate investing, about setting your financial house in order, but we haven't touched a whole lot in the other side of the investing world, things like stocks, things like bonds, and really the basics on how to set that up, how to invest in index funds, 401ks, things like that. So we're going to dive deep into that this Thursday. For those people who want to achieve financial freedom but don't necessarily want real estate to be the main vehicle to do it, maybe they want to dabble in real estate and have the majority of their investments in stocks and indexes, things like that. So we're going to give you a little bit of a primer on how to get started with that path.
Yeah, we've kind of neglected a little bit some of the other basics of investing and different options that you have. And I'm kind of psyched about this episode. It was a great idea that you had about delving more into that and just trying to give people a broad mix, give them options that they have. It doesn't necessarily have to be real estate. That's what we chose. We're going to try and help you as best we can figure out some of the other options for, dare I say, a side hustle, or you're investing, starting a business, whatever you want to do. There's definitely options out there, and you just got to figure out what's right for you, what's up your alley.
Yeah. Yep. Only natural that we've spent a lot of time talking about real estate. Obviously, like you said, it's the vehicle that we've both kind of decided to narrow in on. But yeah, I fully have a lot of respect for the other investment vehicles out there, and also leverage them as well to help balance the portfolio out a little bit. So we'll dive deep into that this Thursday.
Yeah, stay tuned because it's going to be a rocking episode.
Heck yeah, man. Now we got a lot to live up for after that primer.
We got this, dog. We got this.
All right. Dog. What are you, Randy Jackson all of a sudden?
Hey.
I got you, dog.
I'm emulating the success.
American Idol. Is that what he's on now or what?
I think so. Yeah. So, well, that's everything I've got.
Yeah, on that note, we got to cut this. All right. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. If you found value in any of the content from this show, consider supporting us in the following ways. Subscribe to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. Leave a rating and review. Continue the conversation with like-minded individuals on social media by heading over to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast Facebook group, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Real Estate Marathon Podcast.